So good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Proto. I'm the creator and founder behind Locals Supporting Locals. We're better known, or partially known because of the calendars that we publish. Locals Supporting Locals, Real Living with Real Food. And with our calendars, we like to raise awareness to what's going on not only in our community, our province, in our country, globally, but more importantly, we like to talk about solutions. So we put together events such as these to raise the awareness, and we like to bring in professional speakers or accredited people to come in and talk about issues that affect us. And today we have Dr. Ross Anderson, who is a former naturopathic doctor, chiropractor, who's come in this evening to talk to us about electropollution, electrosmog, the bombardment of Wi-Fi, cell towers, this invisible pollution that we're in. And sadly, a lot of what a big reason why I'm doing it, particularly right now, is because we have local elections going on. And for some reason, some of the people, when I post these types of issues, don't feel that it's part of the politics. And yet, for some reason, and I'm trying to wrap myself around this, how you cannot think health is part of the community, but I guess when people think health now, they think hospital, they think healthcare, they think pharma, but how did you get there first? So a lot of those, and that's what Dr. Ross is going to talk about this evening, is the side effects from this electropollution, which is what's causing us to have poor health. Hence, the rise of dementia, schizophrenia, cancers, diabetes, arthritis. All of them are just about pandemics now, and nobody's going back to the source of what these problems are. And one of them is our food, genetic modification, genetically modified organisms, or in other words, or another term I like to use is the God move over complex. And so between the two of them, we're very heavily affected. These should be the two biggest issues of the platforms of our candidates that are running in our local governments today. But for some reason, these are pushed aside as political, or it's not even political, because they don't even want to talk it in political forums. But yeah, so a lot of us, we're putting out a lot of our money. We're talking about finding jobs, creating revenue in our communities here, bringing in big tech firms and stuff like that to create jobs. But meanwhile, let's talk about how we can start keeping money back in our pocket. It's the average home now, and this is through even my personal research because of my door-to-door, I found that it was like $200 to $700 almost per household that people are spending on pharmaceuticals today. Okay, and it's not to say every house is on pharmaceuticals, but we're doing it as an average here. And so imagine if you actually got rid of this electropollution, got rid of the genetic modification here that has been proven time and time again, not by the corporatized science here, but by real science, how much money you'd be able to keep back in your pocket. So the rise of food, and particularly even the processed foods, have gone up drastically compared to what they used to be. And so, and we actually have someone that's going to talk about, we have a candidate that's running in our local elections here in Penticton here that's actually going to come up and address one of those issues in regards to into food here. But yeah, so I mean, this needs to be talked about more. People need to stop pushing this aside and stop thinking that this should not be part of our local government politics here today, because it is very important, because that's going to keep a lot of money back in your pocket. What's better than a healthier community and one that's thinking straight? So I'm going to introduce Dr. Ross Anderson here. He's from Unplugged Solutions, and he's out from Kelowna, and he took his time out of his schedule to come down here to help educate us on this. And it's by far one of the better presentations I've seen, because Ross actually talks about solutions at the same time. So for anybody that's watching, you can find us at localsupportinglocals.ca. You can find us on Facebook at Local Supporting Locals Okanagan Regional Chapter. And we also have an internet radio show, and you can see our archives at localradio.com if we talk important issues. So lastly, I'd like to introduce Dr. Lazat.
Hi.